We all know these people who are still bamboozled, who are still trying to break out of their factory settings, but they can be gotten to. I really believe it. There's not many people who can move one way or another who are going to potentially vote in a different way this November than they would have in the past. But I think the Democrats who are not completely mind melted at this point are the ones that we can get to. And one of them is Tulsi Gabbard.
We need a unifying president, someone who will bring our country together. And unfortunately, what we're seeing from President Biden and his administration is the exact opposite. They are pouring fuel on the flames of divisiveness. They are attacking and targeting anyone who dared to vote against President Biden or anyone who dares to disagree with his views, demonizing them and frankly portraying them as extremists who pose a very direct threat to our country. It's clear that through his speech, through his actions and policies, he cares more about power than he does about the freedom and well-being of the American people.
I mean, I've said it a bajillion times, but just imagine what a different situation we might be in if the Democrats, when they cut all the backdoor deals, had gone with Tulsi as VP instead of Kamala Harris. Imagine what a moderating effect that might have had. And when they put that woman out, an active member of our military who's a proud American, who is more lefty than I am, imagine how different that would be than when they put out Kamala, who has no idea what she's saying. I mean, it would be so fundamentally different. That would have been the chance. But the point is, they always miss their chance. And do you know why? Because they've become the party of no common sense. But who said that? It wasn't me. Oh, that was Bill Maher.
I think they're going to get thumped in the election. I mean, that usually happens in midterm elections. But, you know, I mean, Joe, look, I'm glad he's there. But he has not exactly stuck the landing on a lot of the issues that he was dealing with. I keep saying this to the Democratic Party. The reason why you are so toxic is because you have become the party of no common sense.
Well, what do you mean you're glad he's there? What do you mean you're glad Joe Biden's there? Are you glad that we left Afghanistan the way that we did? Are you glad that the deficit is through the roof? Are you glad that the supply chain ain't working? Are you glad that gas prices were through the roof? Now they're coming down a little bit, so the administration is going, see, gas prices are coming down, but it's like, they're still higher than when you got there. Okay, fine. That so many things are a problem, but you're glad he's there, meaning you're glad Orange Man isn't there. And that's what I'm going to hopefully work on a little bit with Bill Maher. But yes, the Democrats are no longer the party of common sense. Perhaps they never were, but there is nothing commonsensical about the Democrats anymore, which is why I always say, you don't have to be a Republican, but you cannot be a Democrat. These people all have to go. And if that means that the radical base, that the progressive woke lunatics and the genderless wackadoodles and all of that stuff, that they fully take over that party, well, then so be it, because they've taken it over already. And some of the people who are the quasi-moderates, they're just making it seem like it's not as bad as it is, but it is.